Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lady Arcader's Super Showcase 2024. My name is Threach. I am so excited to be here with you over the next few runs. This incredible audience has already raised over $1,600 to benefit CARE. That is an incredible accomplishment. I'm so proud of everyone who has donated so far. We appreciate that support so much. It's for a great cause, and we are really excited to be here with you. And, in fact, I'm not going to let the hype stop there. We are ready to move on to our next run. That is F-Zero GX Story Mode Very Hard, run by Elite Spud. So, take it away.
Hello, I'm Spud. I'm over here. This is my cat. This is Loki. He showed up right on time, like 5 minutes ago, and he has to be on camera. That is the pact. We're going to be running some F-Zero. This game is really fast, so there's a lot to talk about. Hopefully I get to talk about it all. I'm joined on comms by Vale.
Hello, it's me, Vale, aka ValeriaAsteria. I'm ready to see what I missed when I didn't get to catch your track mode here, because I love this game and I haven't gotten very far in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of advanced tech in this game, but we got an incentive to watch all the cutscenes, right?
We absolutely did. Thank you so much to the donations that made that happen. We are watching all the cutscenes.
So normally we'd start on this mission, but no, we're going to see the prologue. These cutscenes were not made by the developers, but they share, I think, the spirit of what they were trying to do. They're very campy. The developers of this game went on to make the Yakuza series, Like a Dragon, and the same vibe is absolutely there, so please, enjoy.
Oh, I will.
Is all you get to win this F-Zero Grand Prix, or you know the price of failure.
Yes, I can win it this time. I swear.
It really gives a sense of scale of the person to the vehicle that you don't get in the game otherwise.
Yeah, if you look really close on the 3D models in the game, you can see the characters inside the machines. But props for saying machine, by the way. They're technically not cars, vehicles, anything. They're machines, and it annoys me that I get it wrong as much as I do, because I know what the right thing is. So we're playing on very hard. There's 3 difficulty modes. Normal is notorious for being very hard. Hard is even harder than that, and obviously very hard is even very harder than that. And there's a lot of missions that are just straight up unfair. This was one of them, the first one, so here we go. Alright, let's get ready for level E. Cool, we're gonna be doing...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I don't know about all y'all in chat, but both of us were just like grooving to that whole thing.
The game's full of great music. Full of it. I enabled max speed instead of max acceleration. It's important because it doesn't break the game. What we can do in max acceleration is something called snaking. It just basically generates speed out of nowhere, and it breaks your hands, so we don't do it. The goal of this mission, chapter, whatever you want to call it, is to collect all 35 of these capsules and finish the mission in under, I think, 60 seconds, whatever that timer was to start at the top. And we have a route that we basically go through. This is a difficult mission because there's a lot of capsules that you just can't get if you miss them the first time around. So we kind of need to take a deliberate route to avoid getting anything that's like completely uncollectible, otherwise I'm going to have to restart. Looking pretty good. The hard ones, map 2, oh, I missed one.
Since we're on very difficult, there are the maximum amount of pickups and the minimum amount of time that we can do.
We usually finished, I think, like 5 seconds below the maximum time. And the reason why we can cut, because this is really hard to do, even if you know the route, it's really hard to do fast enough because there's really close to 50 seconds, or whatever it is, 60 seconds to finish this mission normally, but we can shave like 5 seconds off by doing something called MTing, which is momentum throttling, which if you notice when I do boosting, you'll see the thrusters on the back of the machine just like completely cut off sometimes, and then I'll do another boost, and then I'll cut them off, and then I'll do another boost. And basically that makes me, I missed it again, it makes me retain more momentum between each boost than I otherwise would, and I can keep my speed up better that way. And whenever I'm going fast and not boosting, I want to basically keep my thrusters off. Because the way that the game works is there's an acceleration stat that pulls your speed like up towards your max speed at all times. And normally, like, you're going slower than your max speed, you speed up to get there, but it also works in reverse. So if you're going faster than your max speed, it actually pulls it back down. I can't hit these things, they're really small. And if you're going like 1500 kph or whatever the metric is, it's trying to pull you back down to 1200 or 1100, whatever the Blue Falcon's max speed is, much harder than it would if you just completely shut the machine off. So we kind of coast with inertia as much as we can when we're going really fast. And that's just used everywhere. It's very common.
And see, that makes so much sense to me because in like classic Sonic games, there's a thing, the original version, there's a thing called a speed cap. And sometimes when that kicks in, you will just like go from whatever speed you're doing to just way slower because you put an input. So it feels like the same idea.
Yeah, it feels counterintuitive that you're going faster by not trying to go faster. Like, shutting the gas off makes you go faster, but it works that way. This one should be good. Cool. Those capsules are very small. Don't skip the cutscenes. I gotta remember. These are gold.
Look at this handsome Douglas Falcon. Not enough.
This time, the prize will be mine.
I didn't actually pay attention to the screen on that cutscene before, but I saw 15 hours. I don't know if there was like a couple days in front of the 15 hours, but basically Captain Falcon wants to enter the Grand Prix. So he's setting out to, you know, make it to the Grand Prix, and then everything after the first mission is basically just everybody getting in his way. And that's the theme, the through line of this entire campaign. It's people just don't leave him alone. If you've played the original F-Zero, you might recognize this character. This is Samurai Goro.
You stole the prize money from us last time. You will pay for that.
This cutscene also has one of my favorite goofs. Pay attention to Goro's, like, right hand.
The law here in Red Canyon. If you lose the race, you forfeit your machine.
Left. It's got a sword.
You can't
Holding the sword. No, where'd the sword go? There it is.
Wait, so yeah, it was in the lab, and it's basically bouncing away?
I think it was in the same hand both times, I'm just confused. But yeah, they absolutely did not animate the sword being in the hand in between. And he's like holding his hand like it's there, but it's just not there. So naturally,
is Samurai Girl, like, actually Captain Falcon's rival, or is this just like...
Captain Falcon has like 8 rivals. Nobody likes him.
Yeah, I feel like Samurai Girl of all of them is the most self-proclaimed of them.
Oh yeah, he's full of himself. For good reason too. He's cheating. He's functionally invincible on this mission. You cannot knock him out, and he immediately flies forward like he's way ahead right now. If you've played F-Zero before, you know that the Fire Stingray that he's using is horrible acceleration. He is not playing fair, and the AI is basically just going to rubber band super hard on this mission, and our strategy is to wait until the very end to boost.
Watching his movement is ridiculous. It's just, you know that you can't do that normally.
Got time for like a donation or any kind of blurbs you want to read if you got it?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited. We have opened up a few polls, bid wars that are available for folks to donate to. Don't forget that the emote for Scala Kitty to make is still available. You can choose Paula from Earthbound or Alice from American Nikki's Alice. And we've just opened for Calico, the run that's going on tomorrow afternoon. Should Ophelia make bagels or cookies in Calico? So when you donate, you can use !donate in chat to get that link. You can choose one of those bid wars to put your donation toward. And every donation goes toward our $2,000 milestone, which if we get there, the melatonin run, which is coming up at 1 a.m. Eastern time, which is local for me, that will be upgraded to all levels. You don't need to apply to that. So if you make a donation, it all goes toward that $2,000 goal.
Cool. I messed up on that mission. I hit a rock and dropped my energy. You might notice that my energy is directly proportional to my boost meter, and if I get hit, I lose boost. So but I have enough to win. So it all worked out.
Okay, I remember this cutscene, so I did get at least this far.
What a scam! That's a 2 million space credits! Ha! What can I do with this one coin? You're the famous Falcon. Please, I beg of you.
Did you say his first name is Douglas?
What? Wait.
I think this Falcon, there's like multiple Captain Falcons, but I think this
I
is
love
the
that for
Douglas
us.
Falcon.
We will shortly be closing registration.
Douglas J. Falcon, if I'm not wrong.
Next race is going to start.
All right, chat, what does the J stand for?
Where do you think you're taking me? Wait.
Actually, do we know what the J stands for? Because that might make a difference.
I think it might actually stand for JAY. It's abbreviated anyway.
I hope it stands for like Jugless or Jalkin or something.
Yes, what is the J
Douglas
stand for?
Jugless
Wrong
Falcon.
answers only.
Jonold, that's a good one. Jeff
Jimothy.
Zero.
Jimothy is all my favorite J name.
Jorts, also very good.
I'm trying to think if this is the easiest mission. I think it is. This one's really undertuned for some reason. It's very easy to win. Like, if you mess up pretty significantly, you can still totally clutch it out. Watch for Billy's in 3rd right now. Now he's at 4th. He's the like ape-looking like Sasquatch man. When like lap 2 comes around, gonna be watching for him to fly off the map and just completely miss the track, because he doesn't know how to keep up with how fast we're gonna go. And the main reason is because the AI does not know how to use these jump pads. We're gonna be cutting a lot of corners, and they're gonna rubber band right off the course.
those turns are so snappy. It's
Yeah.
wild.
What I'm doing, and they're all over this course, is quick turning, which is way... There goes Billy, by the way. Salute, Billy. You will be remembered. But if you listen closely, it's kind of hard to notice when I'm boosting, but there's like a little high-pitched shh noise, like when I turn. Every time you hear that, it's almost guaranteed that I'm doing a strafe during the turn, and most often I'm doing a quick turn, which is a way to essentially take a drift and strafe into the drift. So if I do a drift like that, it's a really wide angle turn. We're still fine. Really wide angle turn, but if you strafe into... that was pretty sloppy. Strafe into the drift, then you also get like the extra inward, like sharp turning. It's basically the best way to turn.
It's that drift turn that I did not know was a thing. So like trying to do those corners just with the strafing, it just wasn't enough for me to beat it originally.
Yeah, there's a lot of like very fundamental tech that takes you very far in this game. Cool. To recap, we've been like ambushed by Samurai Goro. We've like gone for a drink to like decompress after that, and then we get yoinked out of our seat into like entering a race, and now we're leaving that after having won like thousands of credits, and we're going to get ambushed on the highway by yet another person who doesn't like Falcon.
In the life of Mr. Falcon. This Falcon doesn't get break, it's true.
So you want to play? Guys, the party's just starting.
We're going like 1400 kph right now, and he just completely open air straight to the face. That guy's built different. Michael Chain is something else.
And speaking of fundamental mechanics, this is the one that introduces the attack function, which is another thing I did not know was a thing.
Yeah, really important to this mission. This is themed after the Death Race mode of F-Zero X from the N64. There's nothing else like it other than this mission in the game. Best music in the game, by the way. I want to see your emotes. Best one you got. Hopefully we don't have to do it twice, but if we do, we just get to jam more. So I'll be doing like that, little snappy side attacks to knock these guys out without basically moving at all. Whoa. But if that fails me, then like this guy's gonna come up from behind. I'm gonna try to block him and then side attack him. I might have to resort to spinning to winning, which is always a tried and true strategy, kind of in every video game, it seems like. It's much more reckless, and you lose more speed from doing it, but if there's like a clump of dudes, there's no better way to just throw yourself in there and get some KOs. And the reason we're getting KOs is because there are 29 other dudes on this map. One of them is in first, and that is Michael Chain himself. He runs the gang, and if I get rid of all his cronies, then he will back off and fight me. Otherwise, he's going to be invincible, and I can't kill him. The objective is basically to knock him out and win. So you don't have to kill the cronies, but it helps a lot for consistency. Getting good at the side attacks takes a long time to do. It's very much a feel thing. A lot of this game is based on feel. Like, you can talk mechanically what to do over and over and over, but I like to compare it to a fighting game. It requires a lot of practice to get the muscle memory down.
I believe it.
Two more.
And I love that when you do the spin attack, the avatar also spins.
Oh yeah, it's made an emote out of that. I love that one. He's got more HP than normal, so it's gonna take like 4 attacks, like clean ones. There we go. Not too bad. Anything sub 2 is fine. Happy with that.
Nice, nice, nice.
Oh no! After Falcon! Don't lose him! Go! Go after it! What are you doing?
actually didn't notice the cutscene. There's a big sign at the end of that cutscene that says lightning area, which is where we're headed to, because the news anchor in Chapter 3 says that Black Shadow is running riot in the lightning area, basically causing havoc like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. And we gotta stop him.
Are you alright? Jody's still inside the building. Wait there. Jody!
Good old early 2000s hair physics.
That is spaghetti right there.
Apparently this is a 2-seater now. I don't, like, Jody's just crammed in there.
Oh, so it's an escape sequence.
Yeah, this is the easiest, or the hardest easy mission there is. It's the shortest one. We only have like 40 seconds to get out of here, and again, MT boosting is going to help us a lot. Every time I boost, I want to like let go of the thruster and before I start another one so that I keep as much speed as possible, and that is going to give us like 3 extra seconds off of 40 seconds. It's extremely helpful, because this mission is super tight on very hard if you don't do that. And these capsules are smaller than the ones in Mission 1, but they give us boosts directly when we get them, so we kind of need to get them if we want to go fast enough. I can win without missing, if I miss one, but it's going to be very hard. Looking good. Good. That door loves to block you for no reason. I'm glad it did not. I feel like I make that look easy. It's so hard to do that mission.
Jody!
I could tell the precision on there.
Yeah, basically this game is a constant struggle not to lose your grip on your machine, and it's necessary in order to do like quick turns for some things to lose your grip intentionally. But if it happens when you don't want it to, then you basically go sliding into the wall or off the track, and bad things happen. So being very, very precise with your thumb is paramount for this game. And if y'all have any more donations, any kinds of blurbs to read out, this is the mission to do them on.
I would love to. I would love to also remind everyone of the organization that we are benefiting for this event. CARE invests 9 out of every $10 directly in programs. Your investment not only meets immediate needs, but goes towards lasting solutions in the 110 countries and counting that CARE operates in, working alongside women and girls to defeat poverty and achieve gender justice. I don't know about you folks, that sounds wonderful to me. I think it's an excellent cause to donate for, so !donate to get that link in chat. Love these cutscenes. I'm going to be thinking about Michael Chain for the rest of the day. Just always in my heart, that Michael Chain. But get your donations in to help us meet that $2,000 incentive that we want to make sure we meet before the run of Melatonin later tonight.
Hey, why can you do that?
Oh, like, what? How can he break out? How can he like get trapped in the first place?
Well, the shadow guy. That's Deathborn.
No, that's Blood Falcon. Black Shadow summoned Blood Falcon
Black
out of
Shadow.
Captain Falcon's.
Yeah,
I don't know how
Black
he does
Shadow
it.
do that?
He's a villain. I don't know. He's got like magic or something. This game is kind of like the least. It's the least in-depth lore, but simultaneously the most in-depth lore. There's so much hand waving. But it's great.
Blood Falcon was literally just a copy of Captain Falcon, but evil.
Yep, that's basically what he is. This is the worst design highway ever. Tag your favorite, like, highway system that you dislike. in chat if you want. Just like look at the map down there. It's a mess. People drive on this. I don't know where they're going or why, but also if you've ever seen the hit movie Speed, this is basically just that movie, but with boost power.
A shout out to I-95 just as a whole.
I was about to say, it's making me nostalgic for I-95.
Woo! Almost a wall there. There's a little tech you might have seen me try to go for is something called corner boosting on boost pads. So these little zippers on the ground, if you hit them with the edge of your machine, you actually get the boost twice. So every time I try to get one of these boost panels, I will go to the side of it, and you'll usually see me get up to like over 1200 kph on the left side. It's really easy to see in this mission if I do it right. That was probably a good one. You can also hear it. It's probably hard to hear over everything, but if I do it poorly, I shouldn't get as much speed. Like, maybe I haven't been doing it right. It's kind of hard to get, and if you go for it and miss it, you obviously miss the panel entirely, so it's really one of those, like if you want to optimize stuff super far, then you kind of have to take risks. And that's this game in a nutshell. I'm doing quick turns constantly to avoid hitting the walls. Very, very careful analog stick movement. It gets real narrow here. And I'm boosting kind of like every now and then. I'm saving it for a specific reason later. Like, hitting these guys will make you drop below the threshold, and you'll just blow up if you drop below the threshold.
Actually, what this is reminding me of, and we just saw this in Sonic Adventure 2 run, is Route 101 in that, especially once it got narrow there and you were still having to avoid cars. That's just power drift they put in a Sonic game, basically.
Got past the dirt, gotta boost through the dirt, or ironically, turn your gas off. The dirt only affects you if you're holding the gas, similar, so you just, oh, I blew up.
Oh.
Alright, we gotta do it all over again. Hopefully it won't happen twice. My old PB in this this category is running through the story mode every mission. I died right at the end of mission 6. That was the only mistake I did, and it kind of haunts me. The reason I hit the wall there was because in order to do a quick turn, you have to intentionally lose grip to start the drift, and then you have to like strafe in the direction after the drift starts. So in order to break grip in this game, you have to hold both triggers at the same time. So you're basically strafing in both directions at the same time, and that's just hard-coded to make you lose drift, or lose grip. Every machine gets that benefit. So in order to do a quick turn, I have to like click both of the triggers in, which are analog because it's a GameCube game, and then pick the direction I want to like strafe in. So if I don't do it correctly, and what happened on the bad turn I did is I kind of strafed in the opposite direction of the turn I wanted to do for a hair, and that pulled me into the wall.
It's still just boggling to me how much in-depth mechanics there are to this, and
There's
the
so
scraps you
much.
get out of them.
This game has extremely in-depth physics. This is the same devs that made the Monkey Ball games, so like if you've seen how much you have to do to get the Monkey Ball to go where you want it to go, you can kind of understand why they modeled the physics of this game so well. And F-Zero X is kind of like that too, but it's much less complicated. This game has like so many different forces being imparted on the machine at all times, and all the machines are different. So if you want to like learn speedrun strats for all the other like courses, because we have to pick the Blue Falcon for the story mode, but in other courses, in the GP courses, then you'll learn how to use at least 3 or 4 other machines to their full potential to get really high top tier times. It's really interesting seeing how the physics like interact. The way you do everything changes when you change machines.
I think even when I was doing circuits just on the random, because I couldn't get through story mode, I was still using the Blue Falcon. There was even, I remember I was just like, the one version of Big Blue, I set it on just like infinite laps, and I was just like, I don't know, I did like 30 laps with it, just enjoying the music.
Oh, the big blue music is one of my favorites. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're fine now. And it's a good thing that the Blue Falcon is quite a capable machine. It's a really good beginner-friendly machine, but it's also fairly good. It's above average. So we get to do like most of the advanced tech with it. Ding!
That achieves what we were aiming for.
So this is the culmination of everything that Falcon's been doing. He's been waylaid at every single possible turn, and now we're finally here at the Grand Prix, and it's time to race, because this is the hardest mission in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the contestants.
So many.
Everyone is here.
Dr. Stewart, the hitman who flies.
They said Grand Prix. They meant it.
So the normal Grand Prix in this game, if you do other single player stuff, then you get 30 opponents. This one has 30 opponents. It's the first like full roster race that you get. It's all 30 of the people from F-Zero X. Another goof is that for some reason, two people just start past the finish line. Like, I don't know why. Michael Chain and Blood Falcon are just position 1 and 2 way over the finish line. But it's probably not cheating. So if you've made it to Mission 7, you know what's about to happen. If you've made it to Mission 7 and beaten it, you know how hard, very hard, is on Mission 7. This is, like, not even close to the same kind of difficulty as the rest of the campaign. This is its own league by, like, a mile. Black Shadow and Blood Falcon are extremely cheapy. They have, like, the highest rubber band you've ever seen. I did not knock him out. He starts behind you, and you have a chance to knock him out. Didn't get it, so I'm going to try my best to outrace him. What I did there was an MTS. I haven't explained those yet, but it's basically the opposite of a quick turn, where I can strafe against, kind of like the movie Cars, where you turn right to go left, you strafe in the opposite direction of your turn, and turn the gas off, and you can get speed out of your strafe that turns into forward momentum. And I'm going to be doing that every single lap, twice hopefully, so watch out for them. You'll see me like breeze past other people. Got a mind boost there. That's something special that you can do in this map and the next one. That was an MTS, and I can watch my speed when I do them. And they should be like well over 1200 kph when I do them. So I'm basically going to be struggling against Blood Falcon and Black Shadow the whole time. I'm going to be using every trick in the book to make sure that I stay up front and then try to pass them, ideally on the last lap. Ooh. He was spinning, I think, when he hit. He's almost died. And this is a 5-lap race, not a 3. Normal Grand Prix are 3 laps. Ah, okay. We're just gonna have to take this one careful. Ugh. Getting a little squirrely here. It's fine. I don't like being in the back of the pack. Normally you can stay like top 3 pretty consistently, but I've had a couple unfortunate bumps. If I get stuck in the back, you'll notice that a couple people are really aggressive. Michael Chain is mad because I beat him up in Mission 4. Samurai Goro is mad because I beat him up in Mission 2. And if I get too close to them, they will straight up just attack you.
This is just a baffling amount of action. Oh no.
That happens. This mission I fully expect to retry. See if I can get Black Shadow at the start here. No. Sometimes they can just fall off on their own accord. So somebody fell off, but I don't think it was anybody important. So like the characters that are cheating, Blood Falcon and Black Shadow have like 2 to 3 times the amount of boost that everybody else has. They have really strong rubber banding. They're extra fast. Like if you get ahead of them, they rubber band so hard that they can beat the Staff Ghost in like a lot of situations. Like ungodly fast times. And you can knock them out, but you have to get there first. Which is the thing I'm having a problem with.
You got that classic Deep City music going.
I love that they put the theme in there, and the song for this game.
Every time you go over that ice, it's like, oh gosh, where are you going?
Yeah, I thought it would take me longer to figure out how to do the MTS stuff on the ice, but it's so slippery there that if you don't try to do that, then it's way more inconsistent, I found, to get around that turn without falling off. Like, it gives me basically complete control over what happens on the ice when I can do the MTSs. The MTSs are another way to take a turn in this game. There's like 4 or 5 ones that I use. MTSs are probably the best, but they're really hard to do, and you also have to be going... Okay. You have to be going fast to start them. Got him, okay. Black Shadow's gone, I'm way less stressed now. I can just not fall off the course, and I'm in prime position to just knock out Blood Falcon or just beat him, because he's not nearly as hard to beat as Black Shadow. And that's the kind of the casual strat if you really want to beat this mission once to get the unlock that it blocks, then knocking out Black Shadow or restarting if you don't get it is pretty much the best way to do it. So the things that I'm doing with the mines, I'm not doing every advanced technique in the book here, not even close. The things that are happening with the mines is when I hit a mine, it kind of throws me forward if I hit it square, and I'll get a burst of maybe like 1400 speed at most, and I can try to chain two together on the first lap to get like up to 1800 or more. But what's actually happening there is something called a shift boost, which is where the machine leaves the track for a moment and it comes back on, and like the game for some reason just gives you a whole bunch of speed when that happens. And there's other ways to get that, and I'll try to do a couple in chapter 8 that are on the track, but the most risky ones are called off-track shift boosts, and it involves intentionally leaving the track like with a strafe and then coming back on the track like frames later to trick the game into thinking that you left the track, you know, like off of a jump or something. And those are very, very hard. They don't break your hands as much as snaking, but the inputs are really precise. I think I might get approached here. I boosted it the wrong time. I like to chain my boosts into that zipper because I can hold the speed for longer. But he's not going to show up good. This is the last lap.
Yeah, the final lap.
You kind of break out of the... Oh, hello, friend. Please don't hit me. You break out of the MTS if you go too slow, so like if I don't have a good one, I'm also at risk of just flying off the course because I'll get my grip back. He should be good as long as he doesn't like come out of nowhere and hit me. Because like it doesn't matter if you... Good.
Nice.
I'm doing an MTS into the wall there to get the rail slide. That's why I just like shoot off and go super fast. Now we're getting into the good cutscenes. There's the really quotable ones coming up, starting with this one.
The F-Zero Committee will now present the champion's prize belt.
So this guy is Deathborn.
Yeah, this is the guy from the first cutscene.
Forgive me, Lord Death. Just who are you?
I am Deathborn, the Grand Prix champion of the underworld. Why don't you and I race each other tomorrow? Surely, as champion, you have to accept.
And there's just piano in the background. Why not?
I love love that he kind of offers. He's like, "Why don't we race tomorrow?" Like it's a suggestion.
Mm-hmm. It's like, surely you have to accept. That's the exact same argument that Samurai Goro uses in Chapter 2, and it works both times because we're going to hell. Buckle up.
Amazing.
Apparently you can just drive there, by the way. It's just there. Forbidden Road. Please do not go. This is my favorite cutscene in the game.
Did you bring the champion's belt? Good. Falcon, shall I tell you something before you die? Dark and light, the two great forces which make up our universe. These two universal forces are condensed in each of our belts. Didn't you know? At the moment when the two forces become one, it is possible to seize that power. Then I can turn this whole galaxy into a pile of ashes in an instant. How I've waited for this moment. The world will fall into total darkness.
Not if I can help it. I'll destroy you.
Like how the visor goes down right as he's saying total darkness. It's like foreshadowing.
I thought F-Zero was sci-fi.
It's something. It's fiction, alright. It's peak fiction.
For sure.
Just Captain Falcon wins this belt like at most a day ago, and then Deathborn just drops the entire lore bomb that is like fundamental forces of the universe are held within the belts, and then he just follows that up with, "Didn't you know? Like, didn't they tell you?" Everybody knows this. So I have an incentive. I had an incentive to give this guy a head start because he's kind of a pushover. Did we get that incentive?
We absolutely did. I'm so excited. He's gonna get a 10-second head start?
Yep. I'm just gonna let him do his thing. How you liking the game, Vale?
I kind of want to go back and try again.
So much fun. Alright, do you think I can get this guy 10 seconds? Got 5 laps to do it. Can Captain Falcon win?
And the aesthetic for this course, like, they weren't kidding.
Yeah, there's fire, there's mines. We're going to be hitting all the mines on lap 1, not just to get rid of them because they're annoying if I am trying to avoid them, but they also give me speed. You'll notice I got a lot of speed off the first couple. I kind of missed that one I wanted to hit. That's fine, that one's not a big deal. I'm going to try to chain this one into an MTS. It did not work, but I got rid of it. So. And now we can boost. We always get our boost on lap 2. And the task of catching up to him, who is now 11 seconds ahead, by the way, begins. The shift boost. Didn't get it there. Going over that hill, I can like leave the track for a moment and get a shift boost off of that. I'll be going for it basically every lap. This is like my favorite mission because there's so many refillers that you're just basically constantly boosting and trying to hit these refillers. And again, very complicated game. One of the things that happens with the refillers is that you get boost back based on how much time you spend in the refiller, not how far you go through the refiller. So if I'm going slow, I get more boost out of it. If I'm going fast, I get less boost out of it. So if I'm really cooking, going too fast, then I'm going to get like progressively less and less boost from these refillers. I'm going to have to slow down if I want to get more. So feeling out where you want to go fast is important.
One of the nice parts about this is that you basically also just have the course to yourself right now. And I think that highlights why I still played so much of it, even though I got nowhere in like the story. Like, a lot of times I just like going into like, I guess it was training mode and just playing courses. Because it's fun to go fast.
Oh yeah, this game is immensely rewarding to learn. Like if you're at all into fighting games and like what goes into learning them, highly recommend this. If you like racing games, highly recommend this. If you like fast twitch stuff, like I like this for kind of the same reason that I like Doom and Doom Eternal, because of how spur of the moment you have to like adjust things and learn how things work and practice. Very, very, very rewarding for a lot of different reasons. I highly recommend the F-Zero series to anybody who's a big fan of any of those things. I can see him. I'm kind of hesitant to pass him though. So we caught up, but he's one of the only AIs that side attacks, and he does so relentlessly. So we're going to try to pick our moment to pass him. I don't want him to smash me into the wall or anything. And there's some weird, funky things with gravity owing to the monkey ball physics that this game is kind of built on top of. There we go. Get out of here. You shouldn't bother us anymore.
Out of the edge.
Yeah, cool. No problem. He needed more of a head start, it seems. Thank you all for donating, though. I was kind of nervous about that one. Oh, good cutscene, though.
I felt like you were confident. Farewell.
Forces will never get their hands on this belt. I'll keep winning.
And it just cuts off. Pelvic thrust of justice, got that. Yeah, I know. Important to do after you win. Yeah, that was Deathborn's gone. It was a good time to relax. Won both, like, the United Championship belt. What else is there to do?
Who are you?
We are the creators.
What are you talking about? We created the whole world. What a surprise! You beat Deathborn was our best creation. Your best creation? So, it was you who set up everything. But why?
To tell you the truth, there are no universal forces.
What?
We relied? What? He's got the Arthur Fist, like, clench.
We'll take out your soul from your body and turn it into our creation. Are you ready?
Deathborn lied.
This feels like a universal force. I don't know.
You think you can beat me? No.
Come off it. Creators of the universe challenge you to a race. Captain Falcon is like, come off it. That's exactly what I would do. First thing that comes to my mind.
This is against a staff ghost.
Yeah, the literal creators of the universe.
Yeah, it's very meta.
They did something with this. This game's really on the nose. Welcome to Rainbow Road. So first we were in Hell, and now we're in Rainbow Road, fighting God. As everyone expected this to end, I'm sure.
Sure.
They forgot to put the walls on this course, though. I'm not sure why.
Well, that just further proves it's Rainbow Road.
I would fully believe it if you told me that Rainbow Road was beneath Hell.
It's just another layer. There's actually a Rainbow Road course, an actual Rainbow Road course in F-Zero X based off of the Mario Kart 64 Rainbow Road. And it's phenomenal. It's the best Rainbow Road I've played, and I've played a lot of Mario Kart. And they just take walls out of that one too, because it's, you know, it's not easy. It's not hard enough if you leave all the walls in. The Ghost is going to get a little bit of distance on me here because I didn't do great on first lap. But that's fine, because we're going to do a little bit of corner cutting. And again, you can do off-track shift boosts anywhere there's not a wall. So I didn't do them in Chapter 7, I didn't do them in Chapter 2. You can do them the entire chapter here, and top-tier times are like a minute plus faster than what I'm going to do, because you just go for shift boosts until you get them all. And you can get up to like 3,000 kph if you do them all. This big jump, we're just going to skip over all that. Carry our speed very long with an MT. Very important to get a good refill here. Pretty good. I'm doing basically every kind of turn here except in MTS. I'm doing drift turns around 2 of these turns because I just can't do them sharply enough if I don't do it. And I'd rather not risk anything else. So like this turn, I force a drift. Instead of a quick turn's too sharp, and I do a drift around this turn too. And time will happen as soon as I cross the finish line. Unless I fall off.
You can really feel the speed with the shifters.
And time.
GG!
I hope y'all like that song from Chapter 8. Because it's coming back. Captain Falcon's thighs are like wider than his shoulders. He's built different. Yeah, that's it for F-Zero GX. We get the disco / soft rock ballad in the background with lyrics such as Cracker Jack F-Zero. Like, go look up the lyrics to this song. They're completely unhinged. Thank y'all for letting me show the cutscenes. Thank y'all for donating for all of that. It's a pleasure to show off both like the mechanical stuff and the cutscenes because they're just two sides of the coin that make this game beautiful. I love it so much. It's so much fun to play. It runs at 60 FPS on the GameCube. Like, it's buttery smooth. It's just timeless, it feels like. I love it.
What a wild ride. Both in narrative and in actual riding.
That's all from me. If y'all got anything else to say?
I say, where can we find you? If people want to see more.
Twitch.tv/EliteSpud. If you can actually read this, because it's not mirrored today in the background. It's my tag if it's not too small. I stream this game. I stream Luigi's Mansion speedruns a lot. And first-time playthroughs. I'm still playing Xenoblade. I think I said that last time I was on Lady Arcader's showcase. Still going. Playing a whole lot of other games that people have recommended to me in the near future. And my wife is playing Luigi's Mansion too, so...
I'm ValeriaAsteria, and you can find me there on Twitch and also here again in a couple hours.
Welcome back to Lady Arcader's Super Showcase 2024. What an incredible run of F-Zero GX. I could not even begin to comprehend running that game myself, playing that game casually. It was incredible. We'd like to thank everyone so much for donating. We've raised $1,638 to benefit CARE. We are working towards that $2,000 milestone. Every single donation that is made benefits CARE and gets us closer to that milestone. And if we make that milestone, we are going to upgrade melatonin to all levels, but we can't do that alone, folks. We would love to see some additional donations to come in and make that happen. And we've only got a few hours left. There's about 2.5 hours until we get to the melatonin run. So if you want to see that happen, I know that I do. Get those donations in, !donate, and you can also choose to apply your donation to some of the bid wars that we have open. We've got already some marks on the table here. Ophelia so far is going to be making bagels in Calico tomorrow afternoon. So if you want to see Ophelia make cookies instead, now's your opportunity. !donate in chat to get that link in there. Apply your donation toward one of those polls, and every single donation goes toward that $2,000 goal, including this $25 donation from Biotechnics with no comment. But thank you so much for your generosity to benefit CARE. We've also got a $10 donation from Mel 1997, again with no comment, but thank you so much for making those donations. Every little bit counts. We are so appreciative of that. We love to benefit a great cause, and you all are what makes that possible.